Okay, I don't usually make videos like this, but with Bridgerton season 4 coming out kind of soon and seeing a lot of discourse on like why season 3 didn't work as well and like why season 4 might work a little bit better, I wanted to like just offer my 2 cents on why season 3 didn't work. This is coming from an English teacher who studies like story arcs and literature and things like that for a living. So this is like just my 2 cents on why I think it didn't work as well. So in my opinion, there are 5 things that make Bridgerton season 1 and season 2 work really, really well. 5 elements that kind of really just make the show work. And they are secrecy, stakes, society, scandal, and sexy. Those are like the 5 big elements that really, really make the show work. They're not individualized. They all kind of like work together as a whole, and I'm gonna explain why. So in season 1, all the time we see these rules that society has put in place, especially surrounding Daphne and Simon. Oh, you can't be alone together before you get married. Oh, you can't touch each other before you get married. And in season 2 with like Kate and Anthony, we know that like Anthony is supposed to be engaged to Edwina. So, and their society rules surrounding that. So every time those lines get crossed in season 1 or in season 2, when we see Daphne and Simon get a little too close, or Kate and Anthony do something that they maybe shouldn't do, it's fun and it's scandalous and it's thrilling because we know that they're not supposed to be doing that. And that's what makes it sexy, I think, is kind of that allure of like the forbidden fruit. And that's, I think, what kind of like draws people to Regency in terms of like writing romance stuff as well, because of all those rules that are in place. And subverting those rules is really fun. And then in season 3, that kind of just like drops out the window. Penn and Colin are like hanging out together just all the time alone, and like nobody cares. You could maybe argue that it's because she's a spinster or because they're family friends, but honestly, I don't buy that, not with the standards that were set up in season 1 and season 2. And the other element that we lose in season 3 is the secrecy. We know at this point that Penelope is Lady Whistledown, and so that danger that was in season 1 and season 2 of where's Whistledown, we don't know where she is, she could be writing about this, we don't know, is just completely out the window in season 3, because we know it's Penelope, and we know that she's not gonna like write about the stuff that's happening with her and Colin and like expose her and like expose herself until like Cressida exposes her, or whatever the case may be. But because that element of like secrecy is gone, the stakes just kind of like plummet. Season 1 and 2, to me, it kind of felt like when you're in a laser maze and you're like ducking and like dodging all those lasers all the time. Whereas season 3, to me, just kind of felt like a ticking time bomb where you're just kind of counting down to the big secret reveal. And because we know that it's a romance, we know that everything's going to work out fine. And to me, that was one of the things that like really ruined season 3, was the lack of consistency in the society standards, the lack of secrecy, and thus the lack of scandal, and the stakes dropped down and it just wasn't as sexy. And to me, that's why season 3 didn't work very well.